Good morning, viewers, and welcome to the Sunday Morning Wrap. I'm Barry Peer. Thank you for joining me here in the studio on this grey Sunday morning, and I hope that you can spend your Sunday morning with me. I've got a couple of things to talk to the viewers about this morning, so grab a cup of coffee and a couple of good quality Scotch finger biscuits and sit back and enjoy the Sunday wrap. Here we go. The first thing I would like to talk about this morning on the show is the new Northern Beaches Hospital. The new Northern Beaches Hospital at Frenchs Forest will be opening up on the 31st of October, and the brand new Northern Beaches Hospital looks great. I went up to see the new hospital on the 27th of last month, and I can tell you viewers, the hospital is really fantastic, 9 stories high. It's got a chemist, a brand new emergency department, a brand new intensive care unit, fantastic views from the rooms there, accessible bathrooms, you name it, and it's even got a couple of operating theaters and conference rooms, a few meeting rooms, I believe, a couple of restaurants, you name it. That hospital will have the lot, and it's also got a brand new admissions and booking center, which I had a look at, and the brand new reception area, brand new lifts, you name it, it's got it. And the hospital has a brand new helipad as well for the rescue choppers to land on. So the hospital is the state-of-the-art hospital at Frenchs Forest, and the name of the hospital, viewers, is a brand new Northern Beaches Hospital. Set to open on the 30th of October, which is in 9 days from now. So farewell to Manly Hospital and hello to the Northern Beaches. Making other news on this Sunday morning, severe storms lashed the Sydney area yesterday, and Sydney's top temperature was 27 degrees. We are, however, back to a cooler and overcast day today, and hopefully we will get some of that spring sunshine. Well, we had some spring sunshine on Friday, but unfortunately that gave way to a bit of a warm and sticky, thundery afternoon thunderstorm. Coming up is the roast report, which I've got coming up, so stay tuned. This Christmas, stop, revive and survive on our roads, and take heed of the warnings that police are giving you. Do you think that you will be safe enough to drive home after a few drinks? Think about it. If you've had too much to drink this Christmas, please don't drive. This is a message from Barry Fair. Welcome back to the Sunday morning wrap here with Barry Fair. The time is 19 minutes to 11 o'clock here, Eastern Daylight Saving. Springtime, well, we haven't had much of a springtime, have we? It looks like winter has gone into overdrive, I think, or more, should I say, overtime. Anyway, on with the rest of today's wrap. Well, now I would like to tell you how you can make roast chicken sandwiches using the leftover roast chicken from the Sunday roast. Well, firstly, what you do is grab some good quality bread, ladies and gentlemen. Bread that is full of fiber and seeds. And first you butter the bread on both sides, okay? So if you're making a chapel, you have to butter both sides of the bread, okay? And make sure you've got good quality cooked roast chicken when you are making the sandwiches, okay? So if you make sandwiches with off chicken, doesn't taste nice at all. And make sure you have good cooked roast chicken for making chicken toasted chapels. And you can also add some of your grated cheese to this and put some on the top and some in the bottom. So toasted chicken and cheese inside out toasted sandwich is what I'm going to be calling this. So make sure your sandwich press is good, and make sure you don't let the kids touch hot appliances, okay? So very gently lift the sandwich onto the press, shut down the lid, and cook until the cheese is melted inside and out, and then you've got that golden cheese on the top, melted cheese inside with roast chicken. Now I know it's only 11 o'clock in the morning, viewers, but hey, I'm just giving you a toasted sandwich idea for lunch. Nothing wrong with making roast chicken toasted sandwiches with grated cheese inside and out, because some people like a lot of cheese and some people don't. So go on, grab your chapel maker, make up some roast chicken and cheese toasted sandwiches with a mug of piping hot soup. Well, it's coming up to November, and can you believe that 2018 is flying out the door? It's hard to believe, isn't it? It was only yesterday we said Happy New Year to all of our viewers out there on YouTube, and very soon we will be saying Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of our viewers, and a very happy and healthy, safe 2019. Which brings me on very nicely to what I'm about to say next. I had the summer series coming up in December, which I hope will be very exciting for you all. And I will be talking about summer safety at the beach, summer safety at the pool, what to do in an emergency, how to drive safely during the Christmas and New Year period, how to eat and drink well, you name it, I will be bringing it to you. So the summer series kicks off after the normal wraps that I bring you. Now normally I will go right through to the end of the year, but I will be taking a break from the normal wraps and presenting the summer wraps and tips on how to prevent sunburn and dehydration, ladies and gentlemen. So it's all coming up on the summer wraps in under 1.5 months time, and I cannot wait to bring it to you. I will also be talking about how to use taxi dockets correctly during the summer months and talking about how to pay for the taxi fares properly and how to set aside money for taxis. So all these topics are coming up in the summer series in December, and as I've said, I look forward to bringing the summer series to you and how to prepare for a Christmas party. I've already done one video about that, but I'm going to bring you another video on Christmas and how to prepare for Christmas parties and shopping, etc. And and I will be talking about how to make cooling, refreshing drinks by the pool for your family. So that's all coming up on the summer wraps in December. I'm Barry King. The time is nearly 10 to 11. You are watching the Sunday wrap, and the date is the 21st of October. Thank you for joining me. Now, I know that you love to travel on the roads and things like that over Christmas, but some idiots, they just rush and rush and rush. And so the message that I would like to give to you this morning, if you are going to be late over the Christmas and New Year period, be late. There is no need for you to rush. You have plenty of time to get to your destination, and you can even stop, revive, and survive. Most rest areas have a service station where you can refuel your car, get a cup of tea or coffee or juice, maybe something for the kids, and give them something to munch on, like something healthy, like celery and peanut butter, for example. Now, what you do if you want to pack healthy, nutritious snacks for the kids, buy a kilo of apples and make a fruit salad or some stewed apples. There are plenty of ways you can use up fruit, that's for sure. During the long car trips, entertain the kids with some books, CDs, and some games for them to play. This way, the kids can't distract the driver whilst he or she is driving the car. Because the last thing you want the kids doing is annoying you while trying to keep control of the car. If you feel tired on the long journey, pull over, have a cup of tea, let the kids get out and stretch their legs, and let them have some McDonald's or something. Give them a McHappy meal with a toy or something. And what you need to do before you go away on a long car trip, make sure that your car is in good condition, because the last thing that you want to do is go on a long car trip and then suddenly realize that there's something wrong with the car. And coming up on the show, I've got some tips on how to service your car before going away on a long car trip. Welcome back to the show. I'm Barry Fair. Thanks for tuning in. Now I would like to tell you about how to book your car in for a service before going away on that all important road trip. Firstly, you need to ring up your local workshop and you need to find out what day and date you can get the mechanic to book your car in, because it's very important leading up to the Christmas holidays to get your car serviced before going away. It is no good servicing the car the day before you go, because that's not how it works. How the workshop works is you've set a day and time and date for the car to be put in for service before going away. When you have got the car in the workshop, make sure that you ask the mechanics to check your oil, your tire pressure, the battery, the lights, the gearbox, the brakes, the reverse lights, the indicators, the headlights, the heating, and the gasket, the handbrake, and the AC, which stands for air conditioning, and so on. You need to make sure that you tell a mechanic to check the car over thoroughly and make sure that you tell the mechanic that you may need a wheel alignment as well, because you don't want to take the car out into the open country and have a tire suddenly go pop on you, and then you realize, oh no, I forgot to tell the mechanic to check my tire pressure. And also, you may have 4 tires, so ask the mechanic to check for 4 tires, because driving around 4 tires, ladies and gentlemen, it is not safe. So Also make sure you've got good tires on the car and good suspension. And you must always make sure that you check, get the mechanic to check the radiator and that it won't overheat, and make sure that you've got enough water in the radiator, because the last thing you want to have happen is that the car breaking down in the middle of the sticks. It is very important to have a roadworthy car, because it's no good having an unroadworthy car because it's dangerous. And you must also check the expiry date of your rego, because you may need to get a pink slip for the car too. So ask the mechanic about that. Now that you've serviced the car, it is time to take the car home. Coming up on the show now, tips on how to plan for the family holiday. I'm Barry Fair. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to the show. Now it is time for me to discuss with you on how to plan for the family trip and how to budget. Has the family got enough money to go away? Well, I have some tips for you right now on how to budget for that holiday you are about to plan, and how you can plan an affordable holiday without breaking the budget. When you are planning a holiday with the family, it is very important that you sit down with the family and discuss on how you are going to plan for the holiday and how you are going to budget. It is always important to budget and have a budget of how much money you will need to put aside for the family trip, such as money for hotels, amusement parks, restaurants, movies, etc. It is also important that you set aside money for petrol, because if you are planning to refuel your car every 2 to 3 hours, you have to make sure that you have enough money for petrol and food and drinks and so on. It is also very important to set aside money for amusement parks and restaurants and stuff like that as well, and your accommodation. Having enough money to pay for everything is very important, unless you have a credit card, of course. And don't let anyone else have access to your credit card whilst you are away on that all-important trip. The only person that can access your credit card is you, and never allow anyone to use the ATM except you. Before planning the family holiday, have a family meeting to discuss on where you are going to go for that family holiday and how long it is going to take you to get to and from your destination. Have a map spread out on the table so that you and the family can have a look at where you would like to go and where you are going to stop overnight when you go away and when you are returning. It is also very important to work out what day you are going and how long you are going for and when you are expected to return home. And it's always very important to cancel the milk before you go away because the last thing you will want to have happen is you coming home and finding lots of milk on your doorstep. Yucko. Whilst you are planning the family holiday, it is always very important to consider the family's health because if something goes wrong before the family holiday begins and someone becomes ill, then you will have to cancel the trip and the hotel booking. And that's the last thing that you'd hate to do if someone was sick. Can the family afford to go away? Have they got enough money to go away? Well, these are a couple of things that you and the family have to consider if you are going to plan a family trip away, because this is important. It's no good assuming that you have enough money in the bank for all those awesome things, such as going to a hotel or flying interstate. So have a meeting with the family and really think about whether you and your family can afford this. Coming up, I had an announcement uh, about the summer series. I'm Barry Fair. You are watching the Sunday Wrap. The summer series will be commencing in December, ladies and gentlemen, so get your boardies out and your phones and your shorts and t-shirts because I'll be bringing to you the best of the summer series. Coming up after the break, I have some summer tips for you. The summer series will be coming up very soon on the show, and I will be bringing to you the very best of the summer series. It will be commencing on December the 21st and will run right through to February, and I cannot wait to bring you this, and I can tell you it's going to be a really good summer, ladies and gentlemen. So sit back and enjoy the summer series with me, and I bring it to you. I hope you enjoy it. Well, that's just about all I've got time for on the show this morning. Thanks for joining me. And before I go, take it easy on those roads and don't be an idiot on the roads, because the last thing I want to hear about is you being an idiot on the road, because safe speeding, there is no such thing. So if you're going to be stupid enough to be an idiot on the road, then you have to face the consequences. Before I go, just reminding you not to ring 000 unless you have an emergency. 000 is there to save lives. And if you're going to be stupid enough to tie up emergency services over the Easter or over the Christmas and New Year period, well, all I can say to this is that you are taking away the service that someone badly needs. So think, is your urgency an emergency? You've been watching the extended version of the Sunday Wrap with Barry there for this Sunday, the 21st of October. Have a lovely day, everybody, and I will talk to you sometime this evening. Have a great day, everybody.